Well, good afternoon, everyone. And here we are at Kerala again. There are Mummy and Daddy Bear sitting outside the house. And guess what? They're drinking a pot of coffee, not Earl Grey tea at the moment. And Amy Bear has come to visit. She likes a cup of coffee too. And there are 4 little bears, Benny and Brina and Penny and Tommy Bear. And they're all being very good little bears, as little bears should be. And of course we've got Raffa and Buzzy sitting right there. And today we've also got the 2 tortoises and the ladybird sitting there. Now, we all know that Raffa loves to chase a ball. And Benny Bear goes over and he says, I'm going to throw the ball. Whee! And he throws the ball and Raffa goes jumping, 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 jumping. Where's the ball? She says, where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? And she goes and she goes and she goes. And she loves going in the mountains, you know. And she just keeps going, keeps going. Oh gosh, and there's bushes here. Oh, oof, 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 oof. Oh, and she comes over a little crest. Oof, 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 oof. And what does she see? She sees a cave. She doesn't actually see the 2 snakes there or the big scorpion sitting on the top. She just thinks the ball might have gone into the cave, and she has a look. Oh! And she's getting stuck. She says, I'm sure I've seen a ball in there. And she has a look again, and she has a look again. Oh! And she's fallen through the cave. Oh, help, help, she says. Oh, help, help. Woof, 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 woof. And we look back further down to where the farmhouse is. In fact, there's the ball. She missed it altogether. And little Penny Bear says, I'm sure that was Raffa Dog. I'm sure it was Raffa Dog. I really think so, because look here. Here's the ball. She didn't get to it. And then we hear the noise again. Oh. Yes, that's definitely Raffa. I wonder where she is. But nobody knows where she is. And then we have the very wise Amy Bear. And she says, you know, I think she might have got stuck. That's a cry for help. And if that's the case, we need to find the mountain fairy. Her name's Madeleine, the mountain fairy Madeleine. And as far as I remember, says Amy Bear, we have to follow the yellow flowers to find her, because I'm sure then she'll be able to help us find Raffa Dog. Oh, says Penny, please, yes, Amy Bear, would you help us? Can you help us all find that? Well, yes, okay, she says, I will do that. So all the little bears come together and they go up over there, and there's Benny Bear. And of course, Buzzy, he says, I think, I'll just stay here. I don't think I should get in trouble. I'll look after Mummy and Daddy Bear. And Amy Bear comes along. Right, she says, let's look for those yellow flowers. Oh, there's one, she says. Look, there's one. There it is. Oh, yes, she says, I think we're on the right track. So all the little bears go over there. And let's just go around like this so we can see better. Yes, there is a yellow flower. Look at that. So Amy Bear says, now we've got to find the next one. And all the little bears follow her. Let's have a look. Oh, there's another one. Right, says Amy Bear. Here we go. We'll have to get to the top of this hill. Oh, it's quite steep up here, she says, quite steep. And all the little bears follow. There's Tommy Bear and Brina Bear. Oh, we have to find a spot for her. There we go. Wait for me, says Benny. Wait for me. Up, up, up. And he's on the top too. There he is. And how about Penny? Oh, she says, there we are. Now, what do we do next? Amy Bear looks around and she says, oh, look through the trees. I think I see something. And she slithers down the gorge. And there she comes across the mountain fairy called Madeleine. Oh, but she is such a beautiful, beautiful mountain fairy. And there she is holding her golden yellow flower. Hello there, Amy Bear, she says, and what brings you here to us today? And Amy Bear comes around and sits there. She says, can I just get the other little bears and then we can talk to you all at once? Of course, says Madeleine, the beautiful mountain fairy. And all the little bears come slithering down. And there they are. They're going to sit next to Amy Bear. There they are. And there's Brina and Tommy and Benny and Penny. Oh, now then. Amy Bear says, I'll be the spokesperson for this. Madeleine, my dear Madeleine, the mountain fairy, I wonder if you could help us. You see, we've lost Raffa the dog. Yes, we can hear her. Madeleine, the mountain fairy, says, I know exactly what's happened to Raffa dog. She has fallen into the cave that is guarded by the mountain scorpion and the two snakes. Now, it'll be a little tricky, but I should be able to help you. I'll need you all just to stay here for a moment, and I'm just going to summon up my spells from the golden pond here upon which you are, just around which you are sitting. And so Madeleine moves around and she swish, 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 and she's concentrating. Oh, and she's actually firing up her yellow wand there. You can see that, can't you? And then Madeleine says, just stay right where you are. I'm just going to pop over to where the cave is. So Madeleine goes over. There she is. There she is. And there we look. There's the scorpion with the stinging tail. And there's the snake. And there's another snake. Oh. You can just about see little Raffa, see her eyes in there, and she's very frightened. Madeleine, the mountain fairy, says, now, Mr. Scorpion, you are going to stay absolutely still, and if you move, I will turn you to stone. And she goes around with her yellow flower, and the scorpion doesn't move. And she goes down to the one snake, and she says, you, Mr. Slithering Snake, you have got to keep completely still, otherwise I will turn you to stone. And the snake doesn't move. And she goes to the other snake, and you also, Mr. Snake, you're going to stay completely still, and you will not move, otherwise I will turn you to stone. And Madeleine comes down and sits in front of the cave. And what do? But there's little Raffa dog. And we put the cave back again. All the scorpion with the stinging tail and the two snakes, they're still completely still. And Raffa dog says, oh, Madeleine, mountain fairy, oof, 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 thank you so much. And Madeleine says, it's my pleasure, little Raffa dog, but remember, you should not go foraging like you do so far from home, because it can be very dangerous here in the mountains. Yes, I know, but I do so love wandering around and sniffing in the bushes and climbing up the mountainside. I'll have to try very hard not to do that too often. Well, very good, says Madeleine, the mountain fairy. So she goes back and sits down there, and there are all the little bears, and Raffa dog comes up, and he gives Brina a kiss and Tommy a kiss, and oh, thank you very much, Amy Bear, and little Benny Bear, and little Penny Bear. Oh, isn't Raffa such a happy dog? Now, we'd better get them all home, hadn't we? So Raffa's obviously going to be the first one. Follow me! Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And she goes around the side, past the yellow flowers. Along she goes, along she goes. Oh, and there's Buzzy, and she's back with everybody. And Mummy and Daddy Bear are so happy to see Raffa. And of course, we'd better find out where all the other little bears are. We'd better go and fetch them, hadn't we? And the little bears and Amy Bear say, thank you very much, Madeleine, mountain fairy. We'll be on our way now. And then she waves her little yellow flower at them and says, you take care. I'm always here if you need me. And everybody goes back Round they go past the yellow flowers, all the way back to the farm where the pool is. And there they all are, and Mummy and Daddy Bear say they're very happy to have Raffa back, that she's in one piece. Thank goodness that scorpion didn't hurt her, or the snakes. Yes, says Raffa, it was very, very scary, and I tumbled down into that cave. I did. It was very scary indeed. And now everybody's going to have you guessed it, a pot of Earl Grey tea. Bye-bye now.